massive, massive amount of opportunity from Africa from a leapfrog perspective. It was very good that you used the example of M-Pesa in Kenya. And with that, what you've seen, financial inclusion in Kenya is going to be one of the highest in Africa because of the ability using mobile financial services to actually drive that in Kenya. And I can tell you in Nigeria, in the last 2 years now, we've got into about 450,000 agents. These agents are closer to the people and they have the last mile in terms of being able to provide financial access to people.
It's actually funny because if you look at the MENA region, it's primarily managed and owned by family businesses, which by far, they're the old generation. And I had some really funny experiences trying to explain to the old, you know, the old matriarch or patriarch of the family that, you know, remittances are not gonna work by shaking hands anymore. You've got to do blockchain and payments differently. The reason why we run the hackathons and the challenges is to create this connectivity between banks and the fintechs. It creates as well a lot of education. So it brings financial literacy into the market.
What we are obsessed with, what I am obsessed with, is defining a purpose which is greater than deploying some technology. And this purpose, if I were to pick one, there are many, of course, but there's one which is very important. It's like, how can we as technology providers help our banking customers, as an example, could be insurance, capital markets as well, but how can we help them ensure that their customers, like people like you and I, go to bed, sleep peacefully, knowing that their money is in trusted hands?
The problem really is that nobody knows, right? Nobody has visibility. And I mean, we as strategy consultants certainly don't have a crystal ball to say, you know, this is what the world's going to look like next year. So we all have to, first of all, tread very carefully. We have to, first of all, recognize that there's a lot of things that we do not know, and there's a lot of things that we can no longer approximate with an incremental planning and a bit of scenario planning around it. So I think the most powerful thing in such a situation that a board can do, or an executive management can do, is to just take a huge step back, take a big breather, and count to 10 before engaging in any kind of activity about the future.
How do you make plan going forward, given the complexity and everything? But when you put all these things together, I think you can be able to find a path in terms of what are your 10x thinking talking about? What are you looking about abundance? When you put all this, and you put all these things, we're speaking about purpose, we're talking about humanity, we're talking about values, and when you put all this together, you're able to actually navigate in this complex environment. But it's tough. It's a new level of thinking that, you know, we cannot solve the problem we have today with the current level of thinking that we have. We have to have a new level of thinking.